He's suspected of stealing church cash, but the congregation is willing to forgive and forget. An embattled pastor gets his pulpit back.
A local mom is accused of keeping her kids in the car for hours while she partied inside this bar. And tension overruns one neighborhood. Police swarm the streets looking for the killer of a Pittsburgh teenager. 11 at 11 starts now.
Coverage you can count on Channel 11 News.
Good evening. Topping tonight's 11 at 11. A local church reinstates its controversial minister.
Well, Dareth, Reverend Michael Altman has been suspected of stealing more than $1 million from his church and parishioners. Tonight, some of the same parishioners put Reverend Altman back in the pulpit. Channel 11's Daryl Carver talked to a former parishioner. He's live now in West Mifflin with reaction. Daryl.
The church board tells us that Altman was greeted by a standing ovation when he returned this weekend. His sermon this weekend was about Lazarus, a man Jesus Christ rose from the dead. Altman is also back, at least for now.
I believe there's going to be others who haven't come and will return because he's back.
A church spokesman says embattled Pastor Michael Altman returned to the pulpit Sunday and will remain there for services and Bible study. That despite allegations that he is responsible for thousands of dollars missing from Grace Christian's coffers. Accusations the church board says are unfounded.
We have found no proof that Reverend Altman has stolen any money. Nor do we believe as a board that there has been any sexual misconduct by Reverend Altman.
Still, the district attorney is looking into the matter. Stephen Zappala has told Channel 11 that at this time the investigation is ongoing. Zappala adds that, quote, "It's my hope that this will be completed relatively quickly," end quote.
That's mainly the reason why a group of us have left there and are starting out on our own to do our, build our own church because of all the things that were going on. It's just, you don't have a Christian feeling out there. I don't have a feeling of the presence of God out there anymore.
Former church treasurer Audrey McKinney says she's not surprised by the reinstatement, but still disappointed by it.
This has devastated people. It has destroyed families. It has devastated people. It has cost people their life savings. It's just destroyed people's Christianity.
Now the church board is conducting their own internal probe of this matter. They have also asked Altman not to comment to parishioners about this case. Reporting live from West Mifflin, Daryl Carver, Channel 11 News.
News 10-6 tonight. Police add more patrols to a local neighborhood after a teenager is shot and killed. Hazelwood is on edge tonight because the shooter is still on the loose. What's worse, police don't even have a motive. Channel 11's Renee Wallace is live now with new information. Renee?
Well, Dareth, I can tell you that Pittsburgh police have kicked up their patrols in Hazelwood. They are on heightened alert. The fear is that more violence could break out in Hazelwood following the murder this weekend of the Alderdice High School junior. But I can tell you it's not just police that are on alert. The neighborhood is completely on edge because we were there. We saw it. Earlier tonight, police converged on an alleyway in Hazelwood where 16-year-old Rico Steele was gunned down, shot in the face Saturday night. A suspect has not been arrested, so understandably neighbors are skittish. They are calling police to check any and all suspicious activity. Now, although police questioned several teens who were in this van, they were not detained for long and according to police were never really considered suspects. What's particularly baffling for police, though, is that the victim had no known enemies, but a lot of friends at Alderdice High School. Today, grief counselors met with more than 24 students trying to come to grips with the death of their friend.
We allow them to ask questions or just to share their own feelings about what's happening.
Now, the family is offering a $1,000 reward for any information leading to an arrest, and until that happens, you're going to see a lot of police cruisers, I'm told, in and around that Hazelwood neighborhood. Reporting live in East Liberty, I'm Renee Wallace, Channel 11 News.
Hey, Renee, thanks very much. And a local woman's in jail tonight accused of leaving 3 young children locked in a car. It happened over the weekend at the Frosty Mug Bar in Katanning. Police say Lisa Kirkwood, the mother of the 3 kids, sat in the heated bar drinking for 4 hours. Her kids sat in the car in 39-degree weather. Someone spotted the kids in the car and decided to help.
We took them in. We got them pretty well warmed up. They were pretty cold.
The baby was starting to turn blue. His hands were blue.
In foster care until their father can prove he is fit to care for them. The mother is in jail tonight, charged with child endangerment, disorderly conduct, and public drunkenness.
A warning tonight from state police. A phony cop has pulled over one suspecting woman, and police fear He may strike again. The woman was traveling on Route 519 near I-70 in Washington County when someone in a car with a blue revolving light pulled her over. It was a bogus cop and a bogus cop car. The woman was not harmed. The Pittsburgh Police Department says it will handle the funeral services of 15-year veteran Officer Ed Lee, just like any other officer who died off duty. That means city motorcycle officers will ride in the funeral procession. The police force will not hold a memorial service since Lee killed his wife on Saturday and then killed himself.
And tonight, Monroeville police looking for 2 men accused of attacking a woman outside Monroeville Mall. Police say one man drives while the other man grabs for the victim's purse. This man describes what happened to his wife.
When he grabbed her purse, the driver accelerated and the strap was stuck on her shoulder and pulled her down and dragged her through the parking lot.
Well, this is the third attack of this kind in the last month. Police are looking for a light-skinned black man in his mid-20s driving an early 90s maroon Buick LeSabre and a white man in his 20s with long, curly, dark hair.
People in the city of Pittsburgh may get more than their trash cans emptied on garbage collection day. Their pockets might empty, too, if the mayor's budget plan goes through. The mayor's plan calls for you to pay $8.25 a month for garbage fees. That piles up to $99 a year. That fee will raise $13 million to cover the city's garbage collection cost and balance the city's budget. The final vote on the budget is set for December 20th. This isn't the first time a garbage fee has been proposed. 2 years ago, the city council rejected a $3 a month fee.
And more details now on what other cities pay for garbage pickup and which don't. Those that do collect a garbage fee include Denver, Kansas City, Miami, Minneapolis, and Seattle. Some cities that don't collect fees: Atlanta, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Milwaukee, and San Diego.
Sweeping all cities tonight, the latest children's craze, Pokemon. Now the toys are up for grabs at area fast food restaurants. People young and old alike scramble tonight to catch Pokemon.
His eyes light up.
AJ Shalonis plans to camp out at Burger King to collect all 57 Pokemon toys. Tonight, the first night of the Pokemon release, AJ scored with these favorite catches.
I collected Muck, Gengar, see the light turns on, the Voltorb guy that spins, and the Psyduck.
Over the next several weeks, he, like thousands of other Pokemon trainers, will try to catch them all, as the catchy phrase suggests. But the hardest one to catch here at Burger King will likely be Pikachu. Brian Russmiller bought 8 Burger King meals. 8 meals for 4 hungry people, all hoping to get the prized Pikachu.
If we don't get the Pikachu, we'll try to come to get one. But that's all this one wants is a Pikachu.
By far, he's the most recognizable character in the Pokemon clan, and Burger King knows it. There are only 4 talking Pikachus in every box, making it the most difficult to collect.
Good marketing.
The cards, the toys, the whole thing.
And now keychains, beanbags, squirters, light-up spinners, and launchers. Liesl Hildbrand wouldn't be here if not for the toys, but she knows it will at least keep her kids busy.
I think it's great, you know, something for the kids to do. It does get a little carried away, you know, but it keeps them out of trouble, makes them have new friends, you know, and they enjoy it.
It's the hot thing. Pokemon, the first movie, is expected to sell out at theaters when it opens nationwide on Wednesday.
Meantime, Microsoft stock had a busy day on Wall Street today. This was the first full trading day since a federal judge's decision on Friday declaring the software giant a monopoly. More than 120 million shares changed hands today. In the end, the price was down only $1.50. What will Microsoft's legal troubles mean for you, though? Some experts say you could end up paying more if Microsoft is forced to change its business strategies. They say in a 10-year span, Microsoft's dominance led to a 65% drop in prices.
New developments now in a story we've been covering for you for almost a year now. A hearing officer has until tomorrow to make a recommendation about a suspended local gynecologist. One of Dr. Jay Shaw's patients accused him of assaulting her during an examination in January. Although a jury acquitted Shaw, his license is still suspended. By tomorrow, a hearing officer must say whether Shaw should get his license back or if it should be suspended even longer.
County-by-county coverage for you now. A business that's been a part of Westmoreland County for 125 years is now closing its doors. Channel 11 News has learned today that Hempfield Foundry's owner is shutting down the foundry. The owner blames an oversaturated steel market and foreign competition for the closing. 44 workers will be affected by this closing.
Somerset County officials are asking the state to put an end to its drought emergency. Somerset is the last county in the state still under the emergency order. Some communities are still forcing neighbors to ration water. Recent rain has improved the water supply significantly, and the state will make a decision on lifting the ban sometime this week.
Salvation Army comes up with a plan to get more of you to become bell ringers this holiday season. The Salvation Army asking local corporations to have their employees donate their time to help jingle the bells. So far, 3 companies, PNC, Mellon, and Koppers, are stepping up to the plate. In the past, the Salvation Army paid people minimum wage to man the kettles.
There are only 5 days until Pitt Stadium makes its final curtain call, and we want to give you a chance to tell us what you think was the greatest game ever played atop Cardiac Hill. Now, here's a list of the 5 games you can vote for. You can vote by calling toll-free 877-833-WPXI, extension poll. Or you can cast your vote on our website at realpittsburgh.com. The votes will be taken through Thursday night, and we'll announce your pick for Pitt Stadium's most memorable game on Friday, first at 5.
This is meteorologist Dennis Bowman. First weather now on 11 at 11. Just called some brand new satellite imagery from space a few minutes ago, and it hasn't changed too much. Skies are still mostly clear across southwestern Pennsylvania and points nearby. And how about these temperatures hanging tough in the 40s tonight with some 50s up near the lake shore. It's been very comfortable today, a high of 60 degrees. In fact, we can show you what the current situation is. 44 degrees right now. The high was 60, a low of 28 this morning. Wait till you see tomorrow. Some November warmth is really coming. The 5-day forecast shortly.
Coverage you can count on Channel 11 News.
Local patients will soon see a drastic change in their HMO coverage. Someone new will now be making decisions about your health care. Coming up in local medical coverage, find out who it is and how you will benefit.
I'm Becky Thompson. Coming up in consumer coverage, a pesticide was taken off the market 10 years ago, but the effects of that pesticide on some people are still being felt.
An 11-year-old boy goes to court for molesting his 5-year-old sister. The story in national coverage.
This is the story of the last-minute elves. 2 panicky elves ran into Big K.
Oh, my.
At first, they were frantic and filled with fear till one of them yelled,
"More toys over here!"
Goldberg, and that, Pokemon, Pikachu, and more. One of them was obsessed with Nintendo 64.
Hurry, hurry, hurry! What is with that voice?
Now, next year, we're going to shop early.
Oh, like it's my fault.
It actually is. For the hottest toys, go to Big K. That was the lesson that they learned that day. Look out for the book.
What book?
The GMC Jimmy has a full-length steel frame, a 190 horsepower Vortec engine, and tows up to 5,600 pounds. Just what the road needs. Now lease a 2000 Jimmy for around $299 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for lease details.
This news segment is sponsored in part by Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Dad, can I see a glass of water?
Sure. Why?
I'm looking for lead and pesticides in Mom's glass.
Huh?
They could be in anyone's tap water. It's not your fault. Most people don't know.
Thank goodness there's Pure. The Pure Ultimate Water Filter reduces potential cancer-causing contaminants that may be hiding in your tap water. Pure even reduces more types of contaminants than pitcher filters. So protect your family. Be sure it's Pure.
I just want what's best for you guys.
Coverage you can count on Channel 11 News.
As your kids sleep tonight, do you know about a hidden danger that could be lurking inside your home? We have found that a dangerous chemical once used to exterminate termites can cause neurological and respiratory problems even years after the chemical chlordane was used. Tonight, our consumer investigator Becky Thompson reports on what may be a hidden danger in your home.
At one time, chlordane was considered one of the most effective pesticides on the market. In fact, one local exterminator told me that once you sprayed chlordane, you didn't have bugs for years. Well, now, years after it's been taken off the market, it's still causing problems for some people.
We got sick right away. I didn't understand at first what it was.
Ann McLeod blames the pesticide chlordane for her family's health problems, which began soon after she started renting this house.
Patrick has experienced a toxic brain injury. Katie was diagnosed when she was 8 with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. My husband had stage 2 metastasized thyroid cancer. Jeffrey has a growth on his eardrum.
The house was treated with chlordane to fight termites. Ann says it was misapplied the week before she and her family moved in.
It leached through the walls, the cinder block walls, and into the basement. It was vented from the air conditioner in the basement up into the house.
The McLeods say they moved out after the Department of Environmental Protection found levels of chlordane inside the house that were 15 to 20 times higher than what it considered safe.
It's no surprise that with the very high levels that you were exposed to during pregnancy, we'd actually...
Dr. Michael Gofeld is one of the nation's leading environmental health doctors. He's treating 15-year-old Patrick McLeod for what he calls toxic brain syndrome.
We've got really good evidence in Patrick's case of the high levels of exposure to chlordane and heptachlor, which were misapplied in the house into which Ms. McLeod and her husband moved in the middle of her pregnancy.
The Environmental Protection Agency links the pesticide to several health problems, including depression and neurological disorders. The agency says there's evidence that chlordane causes liver cancer in mice and that it's a probable human carcinogen. Some say even at low levels, breathing chlordane vapors over a long period of time is hazardous to your health.
Well, research has shown that it affects 3 main systems in our body: the nervous system, the immune system, and the reproductive system.
In 1987, Velsicol, the manufacturer of chlordane, made an agreement with the EPA to voluntarily pull the pesticide off the market. But the company denies any cancer connections, stating, quote, "It's hard to believe a chemical that has undergone so much research could be linked to cancer." The company also told us when anyone has had an issue with chlordane, it's been directly linked to misapplication. Doctors admit misapplications of chlordane cause the most serious health problems, but there's no way of telling how many mistakes were made.
As we learn more and more about the pesticides, we learn how important it is to be careful in their applications.
Local exterminators we talked to say chlordane was widely used throughout the Pittsburgh area for years before it was taken off the market. And experts say the effects of chlordane, even after more than 10 years, can last for decades.
It's been shown that these homes maintain a certain level 30, 40 years after treatment.
Here's one way you can help protect you and your family. If you're buying a house built before 1988, be sure to ask whether or not that house has been treated for termites. Reporting from Ambridge, I'm Becky Thompson, Channel 11 News.
Hey, Becky, thank you very much. And a toxicologist has come up with a home testing kit for chlordane. You can contact Dr. Richard Cassidy, toll-free 1-800-704-1662. Again, 1-800-704-1662.
Does the doctor know best? The nation's second largest HMO thinks so. United Health Group says it spends more money scrutinizing treatment, and they are now giving control back to the doctor. There are several United Health providers in our area. We asked Channel 11's Dr. Mike Rosen how this will affect local patients.
I think this is going to be a landmark event for people in our area, particularly because folks in our area do get this insurance, and you're going to find that these people have better access to medical care.
Dr. Rosen also added that other health care companies are now going to have to follow suit, and that means southwestern Pennsylvania may have better access to health care.
Now covering the nation, the president goes into cyberspace to talk to Americans tonight. The president held a website town hall meeting for 50,000 of you tonight. Anyone could log on and ask the president questions. His answers were webcast over the internet, so you can actually see and hear the president's responses. The forum lasted for an hour and a half.
Today in Colorado, an 11-year-old Swiss-American boy pleaded not guilty to charges he molested his 5-year-old sister. Raul Wuthrich has been in detention in foster homes since his arrest back in August. His attorney claims his right to a speedy trial has been violated and wants the case dismissed.
This is Channel 11 Carnegie Science Center weather.
We'll start you off with that 24-hour forecast. Clear overnight. Will be just a couple of patches of fog first thing in the morning. 40 degrees. That'll be especially near the rivers. Sunshine at 12 noon. The breeze starts to kick in tomorrow. Southwesterlies going 10 to 20. It'll be 62 degrees at noon. Fair and breezy at 6 in the evening. 69 degrees and fair at midnight tomorrow night. And 57. Looks like a real beauty is on the way. We scan the radar right now, the live Doppler radar. And no precipitation visible within 70 miles here. In fact, hardly any clouds are over southwestern Pennsylvania as we speak, nor are there many clouds across the eastern half of the country. Look at this satellite picture as we fly you back towards Pittsburgh. Giant high-pressure ridge in control here, and the clouds are circulating around the top of that in a clockwise fashion, and we just continue to sail along here. Now the jet stream is kind of bulging northward, and the warm air that's in the central part of the country is streaming eastward. Temperatures were in the 70s to near 80 degrees in many cases in the central part of the country. Now we're going to take a run into the low 70s here tomorrow. You can see at this late hour we still have temperatures that are in here's Kansas City 65, Cincinnati 59 degrees, and so it looks like a 72 here tomorrow is no problem. 69 at Newcastle, and low to mid 70s for highs tomorrow in the counties down to the south. 75 degrees right at Morgantown, West Virginia. Now the cloudcast for the next 48 hours showing that the clouds are going to be conspicuous by their absence across western Pennsylvania. A few high clouds streaming in here Wednesday morning with showers up in upstate New York, and by the end of the day Wednesday looks like we could see a shower sneak in here. Now let's take a look at the forecast from Channel 11 in the Carnegie Science Center. We're mainly clear tonight. Not as cold. Overnight low 38 degrees here in the city. Sunshine. It's a warmer day tomorrow. Southwesterlies going at 10 to 20, occasionally gusty. We go to 72 degrees for the high temperature tomorrow, and we're down to 49 tomorrow night. Clouds on the increase Wednesday, 69 degrees, a shower by evening, and that'll extend into Thursday morning. And 58 degrees for the high with some second half of the day brightening. Some sun, and 65 Friday. Clouds increasing again Saturday with our next weather maker on the way. 61 degrees. Looks like it'll turn colder on Sunday. And that's your forecast tonight.
Okay, Dennis, thank you very much. Well, today marks the 10th anniversary of the fall of the Berlin Wall. The wall was a symbol, of course, of the Cold War. The east-west barrier of barbed wire and cinder blocks was guarded by machine guns and guard dogs. It separated East Germany from the West. Today, the Czech and Slovak prime ministers thanked the United States for its role in freeing Eastern Europe from communism.
All right, and if you're counting, we have 46 shopping days until Christmas.
All right, but just 23 days left until the tree lighting at Rockefeller Center, New York City. Get a sneak peek at this year's star.
I'm John Fedko. The Steelers talking about the big win yesterday, and I've got the sights for the next round of the hard-hitting WPXI playoffs next.
Channel 11 News celebrates the millennium with a look to the future. Pittsburgh in the year 2000.
Well, I love Pittsburgh. That's why I live here, and I hope that we get the best possible for our town, because it is the best town in America.
I'm from a small town. My parents told me that if I studied hard, I could do whatever I wanted to do. I was valedictorian, but I still didn't know how I would pay for college. I was surprised. I was very happy when I found out I got the scholarship from Walmart.
We as a company care about our community. They're our friends, our neighbors, our employees.
I think I have a very bright future.
The competitive edge program definitely will make the world a better place.
I'm so grateful that Walmart gave me the scholarship, because it really has changed my life.
Myth is the past we cannot escape.
The heads are gone, taken by the headless horseman.
Mystery is the omen we cannot face.
Some say it is the witch of the Western Woods who has made a pact with Lucifer.
Madness.
Who's there?
Is the terror we cannot stop. Sleepy Hollow. Rated R. Friday, November 19th.
I just got a message from my doctor's office. There's a procedure that they recommended I have, and they're saying you won't cover it. Yeah, well, my doctor recommended a procedure, and I just figured, why would he recommend it if it's not approved? Well, are you a doctor?
It's time for healthcare decisions to be made by doctors. Choose your healthcare and your health insurance as if your life depended on it. UPMC Health Plan.
I'll hold.
At Circuit City, we have everything you need for your computer.
From software and hardware, printers, high-speed modems, memory, or you can design your own system.
Right now at Circuit City, you'll get a free printer or scanner after mail-in rebates with any desktop computer and monitor. Plus, you'll get a $400 mail-in rebate when you buy any computer and sign up for 3 years of CompuServe 2000 Premier Internet Service. Our friendly experts can answer any questions you have. Save on your new computer today at Circuit City.
The afterlife. You know what I like about this place? No bad hair days. You know what I love about this place? Breakfast. I can have all the smooth creamy Philadelphia cream cheese I want. I think a bagel without Philadelphia should be considered a sin. Oh, no. Just a suggestion.
It's time for Kaufman's Time Check on WPXI TV and NBC.
Excuse me, have you heard about the 8 a.m. all-music hour on Wish 99.7? Now, Wish was already the perfect radio station to listen to while you work. The most music, hardly any talking. It was perfect. And then they went right ahead and made it even better. Really, they added the 8 a.m. all-music hour. It's all music, nothing but music, starting at 8 a.m.
Wish 99.7. Far and away, Pittsburgh's leading station for soft rock is Wish.
Welcome back. The Steelers are back from their West Coast jaunt with a 5-3 record. The Steelers right back in the thick of the playoff race. The 21-point victory on the road in San Francisco, a total team effort. All three phases of the game came together. On offense, Cordell only threw for 139 yards, but the Steelers definitely took a step in the right direction.
We've been working very hard at this, and you know, it's just, again, as we stated before, it's taken time, and we're starting to get a good feel for one another, and it doesn't happen overnight, and you know, hopefully we can continue just to build.
I really do feel like it was a statement game for us. You know, I felt like it's like a coming out party for our offense, you know, and our defense is, you know, we really stepped up and, you know, put the nail in the coffin when we needed to, and I'm just really happy for this team right now.
Monday Night Football, Dallas is leading Minnesota 17-10 in the third quarter. The second round of the WPIAL High School Football Playoffs is set. Here's the matchups and where the games are being played. Every game will be Friday night at 7:30. Quad A, Woodland Hills plays Bethel Park at Baldwin. Gateway plays Mount Lebanon at Montour. Ringgold plays Norwin at Franklin Regional. And Penn Trafford plays McKeesport at Hempfield. AAA home games for the teams who had byes last week. West Mifflin at West Allegheny. Thomas Jefferson at Burrell. Elizabeth Forward at Moon. Pine Richland at Bell Vernon. AA, Aliquippa plays Jeanette at Ambridge. Washington plays Quaker Valley at Chartiers Valley. Waynesburg plays Center at Cannon-McMillan, and Brownsville plays Steel Valley at Charleroi. Single A, Southside Beaver plays Riverview at Elwood City. Fort Cherry plays Farrell at Blackhawk. South Fayette plays Brentwood at Peters Township, and Monaca plays Monessen at Fox Chapel. Only 5 days remaining until Pitt Stadium makes its final curtain call when the Panthers host Notre Dame. More than 500 college football games have been played atop Cardiac Hill since the stadium opened nearly 75 years ago. And we want you to tell us what you think is the greatest game ever played at the historic stadium. We have selected 5 that we think will stay in the hearts and minds of Pitt fans forever. Here's a list of the 5 games you can vote for. You can phone in your vote by calling toll-free 877-833-WPXI, extension poll, or you can cast your vote on our website, realpittsburgh.com. The LA Dodgers trade for outfielder Sean Green, then give him a 6-year deal that averages $14 million a season, making Green the second highest paid player in the league behind LA's Kevin Brown. The Dodgers traded Raul Mondesi and Pedro Borbon for Green, who hit .309 with 42 homers and 123 RBIs last season. Let's take a look at the wild and wacky from the good, the bad, and the ugly over the weekend. First, the good. The Saints have a terrible football team, but their kicking tee retriever is awesome. His name is Blue, and after his job is done, he gets a treat, then the high five. Paw. There you go. Now, the bad. Boston's Dave Andrzejczyk does what all hockey players dream of, trips the ref. And a Georgia Tech player on the phone, but head coach George O'Leary says, "Give me that. Quit running up the phone bill." And the ugly, the boxing, which is getting real ugly every second. Watch the knockout punch by Derek Jefferson. His opponent, Maurice Harris, he's out. And Hasim Raham gets hit by Oleg Moskayev, and Raham is totally knocked out of the ring, and a monitor falls on him. And a riot ensues, and a professional wrestling bout breaks out. See you on the phone, son.
What a shocker. Boxing.
Yeah, it's out of control.
Okay, John, thanks very much. Well, it takes a big tree to fill the plaza at Rockefeller Center.
That's right. This year, it's bigger than ever. Up next, find out just how big it is.
Tomorrow at 5, Patrick Meinert sits in jail for the murder of Peggy Vogel. He claims he didn't do it. And now even people close to the case believe he's innocent. However, a Target 11 investigation uncovers information that raises questions about his guilt. Tomorrow at 5.
Channel 11 News is weather coverage you can count on. First, we brought live Doppler radar to Pittsburgh. Storm warning Doppler 11 radar, the most powerful television news radar. Pinpoint severe weather, showing you exactly where storms will hit. Now, Channel 11 Weather Warn sends severe weather warnings directly to your email, warning you about dangerous weather moving into your neighborhood. Log on and sign up at realpittsburgh.com. Severe weather coverage you can count on from Channel 11 News.
Hi, kids.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey.
Oh, sorry.
With so many to choose from, it's like having a doctor around all the time.
From the beginning, the redesigned Dodge Dakota was different. It was the roomiest club cab in its class, the only one that offered a V8. Now, the only one ranked most appealing compact pickup by J.D. Power & Associates 3 years straight. It's also ranked by J.D. Power & Associates as best compact pickup in initial quality. Dakota, still turning the truck world upside down. Dodge Dakota, different.
Walmart everyday low prices means everything, every day.
Everyday low prices really mean something at Walmart.
Every single item in the store, every day.
Every blouse, every dress, all my kitchen appliances.
Other stores offer those big % off sales, but from what I've seen, Walmart's everyday low prices, they're even better.
Shampoo, mouthwash, games for the kids, all my son's sports stuff. I know I can always save at Walmart.
Low prices every day on everything you need. Always low prices, always Walmart.
What's the strength of a dollar? Money is economic energy. When distributed, it has the power to fuel all manner of enterprise. Since 1855, Dollar Bank has invested billions of dollars in millions of lives and thousands of businesses in Western Pennsylvania, creating a currency of growth and opportunity. That's the strength of a dollar.
Presenting the full line of Toro snow throwers. Toro's nimble electric models. Toro's versatile single-stage gas models. And Toro's mighty two-stage models. With Toro's exclusive power curve technology, whatever the snow, you'll see a powerful performance. Toro, when you want it done right. Available only at Toro dealers.
Well, soon and very soon, Rockefeller Center Plaza in New York City will be transformed into a holiday wonderland, and this year's tree will be bigger than ever.
It's huge. The search for this year's tree stretched as far away as Norway, but the 100-foot Norway spruce was found in Killingworth, Connecticut. Weighs 25,000 pounds, and the branches spread out 55 feet. The tree's 30,000 lights will be turned on December 1st.
We'll have lots of fun trying to get the lights around that big tree.
That's going to be some work, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Huge. Yeah.
That's it for us. Thanks for joining us tonight.
See you later. Take care.
In times of severe weather, depend on coverage you can count on Channel 11 News. Tomorrow at 5, extra coverage on Channel 11 News. Patrick Meinert in jail for the murder of Peggy Vogel. Now, new evidence.
His foot was too big for the shoe.
Raises questions about his guilt.
I think he did not kill Peggy Vogel.
A Target 11 investigation. Coverage you can count on Channel 11 News.
Because of our name, some people think our stores must be huge. Actually, the biggest thing about our stores is the amount you save.
The Men's Warehouse.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Austin's A1 bleach, the bleach in the yellow bottle.
When it comes to keeping up with fashion, it's easy to be let down. Good thing there's Chevy Cavalier. It's stylish, easy fitting. Plus, Cavalier's the lowest priced car with air and anti-lock brakes standard. Yeah. What's that? So you can look good without costing you an arm or a pant leg. Yeah. Chevy Cavalier. Depend on it.
Rich Wiley's parents know what he's up to morning, noon, and night. They know what he's reading, who he spends time with, where he hangs out after class. They even know exactly what time he goes to bed each night. Unfortunately, they weren't always that informed.
What are you waiting for?
Tuesday at 11, extra coverage on Channel 11 News. They say dry clean only, but do you really have to? See how to save money on dry cleaning. That's coverage you can count on Channel 11 News.